All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're not just giving you a couple of tips. Nope. We are opening up the entire playbook for mastering those small, almost invisible details that really define professional success and command respect.
So, what is it? What's the real difference between just being a professional and truly being a master of your craft? It's not about some grand, sweeping gesture. It's about 1,000 tiny, deliberate actions that become second nature. That's the space we're going to explore today.
So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through a whole day, from the second you get up in the morning all the way to those final handshakes that leave a real mark. Think of it as a journey through a day that's lived with purpose.
First up, the foundation. Look, how you start your day really does set the tone for everything else. You should think of this morning routine as building a suit of armor. It's that psychological and physical prep work for whatever the day throws at you.
Okay, this part is just non-negotiable. It's a ritual. The process starts before you even think about the shower. We're talking trimming neck hair, nails, taking care of the beard or face. Then, of course, the shower, proper deodorant, a light scent. But check out that last step. Tidy your space. Hang your towel, make your bed. This isn't just about being neat. It's about starting your day with an act of discipline. That discipline builds self-respect.
All right, foundation is set. Now we move on to being prepared. A true master is never caught off guard. Why? Because they anticipate what they'll need and they eliminate all those pesky variables before they even walk out the door.
Your backpack, or your bag, is basically your mobile command center. It's not just about your laptop and notebook. It's about what you might need. A headache starts coming on, you've got a pain reliever. Accidentally spill your coffee? Bam! Extra socks and underwear ready to go. And I love this one, a personal hand towel. It's a small touch of class that just signals, yeah, I'm ready for anything.
This might seem like a really small detail, but it perfectly illustrates the mindset we're talking about. The source material is super clear on this. Boxer briefs over boxers. And you might think, why? Well, it's a proactive choice. It's about support, comfort, especially if you go for a dry fit style for a busy day. It's a choice no one else is going to see, but you know you made it with intention.
And that prep continues with what you're wearing. Plan your outfit the night before. No frantic decisions in the morning. Always have a backup shirt stashed somewhere for emergencies. Keep an umbrella in the car, right? Control the variable of weather. And the very last thing you do before walking out? One final look in the mirror to make sure you're presenting your absolute best self. And speaking of that final mirror check, here is a simple, unbreakable rule. Say it with me. Navy does not match with black. Simple as that. It's memorable and it's absolute.
So, you're prepared, you look the part, awesome. But how does that translate into how you actually deal with other people? This next section is all about mastering those little day-to-day moments of human connection.
These rules of engagement are so straightforward, but man, are they powerful. Greet people by their name. It shows you actually see them as a person. Project positivity. That vibe is contagious. Make eye contact, smile, and a really practical one, wash your hands often, and when you leave the restroom, use a paper towel on the door handle. It's a subtle but clear sign that you're conscientious.
Okay, I love this concept. Demonstrated engagement. Think about it. When you're talking to someone and you need to write something down, don't just break eye contact and look away. Verbally signal what you're doing. Just say, you know what? That's a great point. I'm just going to make a quick note of that. See? That simple sentence transforms what could be seen as rude into an act of respect. It shows you actually value what they're saying.
And now, the main event. This is where all that prep work, the grooming, the backpack, the mindset really pays off. We're talking about those high-stakes situations, those key moments, like a big business lunch where impressions are really locked in.
Let's talk about when you show up. The rule couldn't be simpler. -5. Always aim to be 5 minutes early. Because let's be real, being early is on time. And being on time is actually late. It's just a fundamental sign of respect for other people's time.
Here is another pro move for you. If you're meeting someone for a meal, look up the menu online before you even get there. Decide what you're going to order in advance. Why bother? Because it keeps the focus on what matters, the business, the conversation, not on you hemming and hawing between the salmon and the steak. It's just efficient and so respectful.
So once you're at the table, etiquette is everything. A firm handshake, proper introductions for everyone in your group. Keep the humor positive and upbeat, never, ever sarcastic or demeaning jokes. And hey, if they offer to pay, just accept it graciously with a simple thank you, and then you offer to leave the tip. It shows appreciation and it shows you're a partner.
And that brings us to another hard and fast rule of being prepared.
Always, and I mean always, have this amount of cash on you, $50.
But look at the precision here. It's not just any $50 crumpled in your pocket. It's a specific breakdown: 120, 110, 3 fives, and 5 singles. This exact mix makes sure you are ready for literally anything. A tip for the valet, a cash-only parking meter, leaving the tip on the table without ever having to fumble around or ask for change. This is what mastery looks like in practice.
And one final rule for any business meal or function during the day, the one-drink rule, especially if you're driving. Look, this isn't about being against a drink. It's about maintaining absolute clarity, professionalism, and control. One is the limit, period.
And that brings us to the final and maybe most important takeaway. None of this is a list of disconnected tips you can just pick and choose from. It's an interconnected system. It's a whole philosophy where every single small detail, from how you make your bed to the etiquette at a meeting, it all adds up to the lasting impression you make.
In the end, it all really boils down to this. After all the preparation, after all the etiquette, the very final act is just one of simple, genuine gratitude. Acknowledge the value of their time and the pleasure of their company. That right there is the final and maybe most powerful piece of the whole playbook.
So as you look at this entire playbook, everything from making your bed to the specific cash you carry in your pocket, I have a question for you. What is the one detail, just one, that you will consciously choose to master starting tomorrow? Because that's how it happens. That's how a professional becomes a master, one deliberate detail at a time.